Today, we're going to talk about the one secret key you need to master music theory. And of course, I'm talking about WAP juice. Be sure you get at least 69 ounces per day. No, but in all seriousness, we're going to talk about key signatures today. This one concept is probably more important than any other. And the reason why is because it allows you to categorize and analyze music and play notes that belong together. Otherwise, you end up sounding like shit. I mean, before I learned the circle of fifths, when I was just starting out with guitar, I remember when it came time to solo with others, I'd be jamming with friends, and I thought that soloing just meant you go to the 5th fret and play the pentatonic scale as fast as possible. Doesn't matter what key you're in, that's just where you do it. And it always sounded terrible. It wasn't until later that I went to college and I learned about this thing called the circle of fifths, which you can see here on the screen, that I actually started to sound good. This blew my mind. Because now I knew which notes were right to play. Now I'm going to take you through 5 keys today on the circle of fifths, but there's more. And if you want to go deeper into key signatures and all aspects of music theory, check out my music theory course below in the description. I mean, it's way down below. And that's going to take you through all the 12 keys, intervals or the distance between 2 notes, chords, scales, and a lot more. Now, here's the crazy thing. It's 75% off right now. I'm giving it away for free, basically. So jump on the opportunity and do it now. I need your soul. I'm so hungry for souls. Yes. At 12 o'clock on the circle of fifths is where we'll start. And this is the key of C. Of course, C stands for country music. Just kidding. It just means that there's no sharps or flats in this key. So starting on C, and you play a major scale, right? That is the key of C right there. C, D, E, F, G, A, D, which stands for bitch. And then you're back to C. Now, you could think of Judas Priest breaking the law as being in this key. It's technically using the relative minor, which is an A, but it's the same group of notes. So that riff, yeah, that's the key of C. Whenever you're playing Breaking the Law, you're actually in the key of C. And then you know how to solo. You can unlock the entire fretboard. It comes to life. So it's just this incredible power that you now have. Now moving on to the next key, which is G. And this is why they call it the circle of fifths. It's because G and C are a 5th apart, right? If you have a C, you have a C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's G, right? So there's 5 notes in between there. And if you notice, as you look around that circle of fifths, every key is a 5th apart. This is a very important relationship in music. Okay, so the key of G, which of course stands for Jesus. You guys know what the most spiritual key is? If you're ever in church, you got to play this, the G sus. Get it? Jesus, G sus. Wake on my bar a little bit there. You like waking on your bar? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so in the key of G, we've got G, A, B, C, D, E, and F sharp. Of course, F stands for fudge. I need some more WAP juice here after all these amazing jokes that I'm cracking. Now, what is WAP juice? Today, it is Topo Chico carbonated water. I cannot get enough of this stuff. Amazing. All right, where were we? We're talking about the key of G. And in the key of G, there's that one F sharp. And you could think of Black Sabbath's Iron Man as being in this key. A lot of people think that song is in B because it starts on the 2nd fret here on a B power chord, but it's not true. It's actually E. That's the key center there. And I would argue that that is the most popular key of all in metal music. All right. Where are we going next? We're moving on to the next key in the circle of fifths, which is another fifth away, right, from the last key, which was G. So G, A, B, C, D is the next key. This is a great key that is not that utilized, actually, in metal music. So you have F sharp, G, A, and C sharp. Of course, we know what C stands for. And listen, let's see. You could think of Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. Anybody know that song? That is in the key of D, or its relative minor, B minor, right? Those chords at the end. That is such a satisfying piece of music. So key of D there, or B minor. D stands for damn, this key is cool. Now here's the thing, like why would you even want to learn these keys, right? Well, number one, it tells you what groups of notes belong together if you want to solo or categorize music. But the other reason is every key has its own unique personality, and it brings out different colors in your creativity. So by getting to know all of these keys, it forces you into kind of a different frame of mind. If you're always playing an E and just chugging on the O, there's certain things that just don't come onto your radar. So I would highly recommend learning keys for that reason alone. All right, what's next? A is the next key, right? Because if D was the last one, you got to count 5 up to find the next key. So D, E, F, G, and A. So here we are. C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp. Back to A, my low A. Listen, having a whammy bar is the most amazing thing ever. If I play guitars that don't have a whammy bar, a lot of times I'm just like grabbing for it and it's not there. It just leaves me hanging. It's like this deep feeling of abandonment. Okay, so what song can we think of that uses the key of A? Can you think of a song in the key of A, or 3 sharps are in this key? F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. And what I tend to think of is songs like Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne, right? That is in the key of F sharp. Absolutely killer key. And this WAP juice is so killer. I need my 69 ounces per day. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Now, that's the key of A or F sharp minor. Those are relative keys, and the way that I'm figuring that out is you go down a minor third from the home bass or the major, right? So if you're on A, and I'll think of it like this, I'll go down a half step, and then another whole step, and that brings you to the relative minor, which means It shares the same notes. Any keys that are relative share the same notes. Again, I go into more depth in my music theory course on that. If you want to go deeper, oh yeah. All right, last key we're going to do is E. So A, B, C, D, E. Now from E, our major scale goes like this: E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, and D sharp. Now, the key of E, man, what can you say about this? This is a fantastic key to play in. And, because you've got the open low E string. A lot of riffs use this key. I think of like Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath from Black Sabbath. So or Tony Iommi, the ultimate metal master. Yes. All right. So there is a brief introduction to the circle of fifths. Go into more depth on my music theory course below. Shred that subscribe button. And you can also become a patron if you want to get access to all of my YouTube lessons. And what you get is the Patreon component to that, which is the tabs, the PDFs, the guitar profiles, the backing tracks, and so much more. Until next time, my friends, stay evil.